me ask you this, because I asked Kaylin this, Ty. So I said that most of the women in Kaylin and I's age demographic, I said that most of them, when they like are quote unquote vetting men, they are more so interested and care about what the man has, especially financially, and what he's able to possibly do for them going forward in the future, um, over the personality and the characteristics. So, do you think that a lot of modern women are prioritizing um, personality and characteristics over a man's financial status, or is it the financial status first and then the personality and characteristics? What do you personally think?
It's a weird situation. I would say Noble because as I said, things has changed so greatly. Women say a lot that they are looking for a man with intelligence, emotional intelligence, and everything besides just what I mean the money. And I believe that they know exactly what they want. They're women. You know what I mean? Like what I mean. I'm not a woman. I couldn't tell you.
Right.
So if they're saying that, I will agree with that. And at the same time, too, from what I've seen being a man, as I said, I just turned 30, and for my years of living, I've seen women. As I said, I've experienced a great deal of women that are speaking about financials first and stuff like that too. So as I said, from my standpoint, from my as I said my anecdotal experience, it seemed from me and my friends and stuff like that I deal with, it seemed like it's more of a financial and secondary when it comes to I mean just basically being overall good people. But as I said, as people get older and people get old, like said people get old, I already said that already. As women age and things change and people change, people's mentality change. You know what I mean? That you change from wanting a good guy to a bad guy to a good guy. You know what I mean? It's a whole bunch of different factors that come into play with this.
Uh, so let me ask Mel and Kaylin a question. And Kaylin, you can answer first. Do you think men are do you think a lot of quote unquote modern men, do you think that they're when it comes to women, do you think they're prioritizing um personality and characteristics, or do they are they prioritizing like a woman's look? Like, do they want the quote unquote are they more so focused on a woman having the quote unquote Instagram model body? Like, are they focused on the hips and the curves and the ass and the titties over the personality and the characteristics? What do you think?
Hmm. I honestly feel like, I've been thinking about this for a while, and I have to tell myself, like, because I still have stood back to make sure I don't generalize and look at things from a biased perspective, but it can be hard because I feel like you got a mixed bag. I feel like you got some people looking at the, of course, at the physical. You have some people looking at the inner. You have some people looking for convenience. It's like I feel like it's a big ass mixed bag to the point to where I honestly cannot tell you. I really can't give you a solid answer. Like, I'm not even finna lie to you, and I'm not even gonna try to come up with something because I can't give you a solid answer because I feel like it's just really mixed. Because I could come around and say some bullshit like, "Oh, they only want what's on the physical," but no, like I've also have seen and experienced, some guys that are looking for more than that. So it's like I'll let Mel answer, and if something pops up, if you don't mind, I'll come around and say something.
Let me ask you one question before I let Mel answer. So
Okay.
this is my first time meeting you. This is my first time talking to you. This is my first time ever seeing you. I
Hmm.
randomly clicked on your name like tonight when I saw you like comment, and that's why I was like, "Oh, you got a lot of followers. You got a lot of like." So you're a very big content creator on this app. I don't
Yeah.
know how long you've been on this app, but being that you're a big, very big content creator, what has dating been like, and what has your interactions with men been like? Like I said, this is my first time meeting you. I didn't know about you until like tonight. So
Mhm.
what are your interactions with men like now? Like, do you feel like, because like I'm a man, but I acknowledge that there is such thing as male groupies. Like, especially with men that are successful and have money, like women are like trophies to them. They do prioritize women. They do prioritize being able to say that, this woman is their girl, or that they're with this woman. So I like I said, I don't know how long you've been on here. I don't know how long you've been building your platform, but like, what is dating and your interactions with men like been since you've like, been on your content creation journey?
Okay, so I've been a content creator for like a little over a year, and I was dating one person pretty much the whole time. Now we split honestly a few weeks ago. It was really recent because he could not keep up with me emotionally, mentally. He couldn't keep up with me, and he did not like nothing. He would never tell me if what I posted like bothered him in that sense because of course, I post a variety of things, some talking about different kind of things, but you know, it was thus far like in my romantic relationship specifically, I kind of felt like I was thriving in a way that he wished that he could have when he tried to have a social media career, and that just didn't happen. But I don't know, as so far as that, I don't know, it
I'm
played a
I'm sorry to cut you off, but were you dating like another content creator? Or were you just dating like an average dude?
he was just an average dude. He was just some because I was with him far before, like he had tried to do YouTube years ago, and it just really didn't work for him. But
Do
I mean,
you? I'm sorry to cut you off again.
no,
Do you feel he was in? Because like I said, do you feel he was insecure about you being like a very big content creator and having like an audience that you have, and obviously you have. I don't know
mhm,
what type of content you make. Like I said, I'm just
mhm,
meeting you. But I'm sure you do have some percentage of men in your audience, and just being that you're a big content creator, you probably have
mhm.
like male groupies like constantly hitting you up and stuff. Do you think he was insecure? He had some level of insecurity with that.
I think he was insecure, but I feel like he was always insecure. I feel like there was insecurities about that, but there was also financial insecurities as well. I feel like at some point he just did not like, not that he didn't like it, but I think he felt inadequate. I'm not gonna like say that solidly because I do make money as a content creator. I feel like in a way he felt inadequate, which I would never want him to feel like that because I don't care if I'm paying for some shit or you paying for some shit. We together. It is what it is. So as for like groupies and stuff, I mean, there are guys that have. There's a Reddit page about me of different guys. They'll just sit, but that's more of a lustful thing. Like it's a group of guys that will lust. It's a group of guys that may want something serious. Like there are men that will actually try, like wanting to fly me out. They still might just want my twat shit. I don't know, but they will try to fly me out, do little things like that. But it's not really something I really pay a lot of attention to because I like to focus on one person, and if I feel like I haven't really had that, then it doesn't really, get my interest.
Okay.
Pearl.
Mel, okay, thank you, Caitlin. Mel, what you think most, and I know you're out there in LA, so I mean, you probably see a lot of different things and you work in the entertainment industry. What do you think a lot of like men are prioritizing? Like, do you think men are prioritizing character and personality, or do you think they're prioritizing like they're putting a woman's like body composition first and all the wrong things first?
I think in general, what a woman looks like is an asset for men because what a woman looks like and what their woman looks like raises their social status. And that's just a fact.
For sure.
Um, so generally speaking, I feel like that initially is something that men do because it just raises their social status and because most men are conditioned to raise their social status and be in positions of power and positions of dominance and they're very competitive. They are always seeking for ways to increase their social status and having a fly ass woman by their side is one of those ways.
Facts.
What I see, however, uh, is as men mature, they realize that like that is not as important as a woman's character. And the type of woman that will be an asset to them in life in all aspects. Um, I do see that it does take them much longer to get there. I feel like women do the same thing. All right. And I think in general, all people do this. They look for a partner in ways that they have been conditioned to believe is the way to look for them. They realize that that doesn't work. And then they figure out their own ways so that once people are like in their 30s, they realize, like, okay, this is what's going to work for me. And this is what I'm looking for. And this is how I'm going to be functioning in that realm. For women, for men, I feel like I feel
Can I
like
ask
men,
you? Can I ask you a quick
it
question?
takes a lot of men a little bit longer to reach that space because they still very much hold on to
Can I
like
ask you? Can
social
I ask
status.
you a
And
quick question,
Diddy's a
Mel?
perfect example of that. Diddy said
Mel,
that
Miss
himself.
Andrew.
Go ahead, I'm
Mel,
sorry.
let me ask you. Mel, let me ask you a quick question, and I want you to be 100% honest, because it's very clear. You're very beautiful. You're very attractive, and you are 37. Do you think that you've got, like, be 100% honest when I ask you this question? Like, don't lie. Do you think that you've gotten? Do you think that, like they like to call it, pretty privilege? Do you think that you've benefited from pretty privilege and been afforded certain opportunities because of your look? Be 100% honest. Not
I
because
work
of.
in the entertainment industry, so absolutely 1,000% yes. The entertainment industry is like 75, 85% what you look like. So absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
I'll say this though, in terms of men, there is a catch 22. It is a double-edged sword to be a beautiful woman, especially in LA, especially around a lot of celebrity men who feel like they're entitled to all women, especially that they feel like they're entitled to beautiful women. Um, and especially that I'm a beautiful woman who doesn't necessarily fit the stereotype of like the groupie, even though I look stereotypically like the groupie. Um,
Have you? I mean, are you really not a groupie? Have you ever been a groupie?
I have never been a groupie. I'm not the groupie girl. I'm not even a fan of people in general. Like I'm not the girl who is like a fan of someone. Like I don't get starstruck. I've never really gotten starstruck. It's just been my thing. And then I ended up working in the entertainment industry. So really when I see stars, I'm a little desensitized because I see them all the fucking time. I know them. A lot of them are my really, really good friends, and I'm around them all the time. So I'm not really, what I do find also with a lot of my male celebrity friends, because I have like A-list celebrity friends. I'm not talking about B, C-list celebrity friends because I have those too. But like I have A-list celebrity friends, and I'm not even gonna name drop. Just know that they up there. Everybody and their mama knows them. What I find with them is, um, they tend to respect me a great deal once they get to know me and realize that I'm very much a woman of substance, and they don't really try it with me. And then this is how I end up becoming very good friends with them. Um, because of the type of woman that I am. And even upon initially meeting a lot of them and just having like a one fleeting conversation with them, a lot of them will just, I don't want to say be intimidated, but definitely they will say straight up to me like, I don't even feel like I could fuck with you in terms of not fuck with you like mess around with you, but just like I wouldn't even play with you like that because you seem like you're a woman of substance. Like they'll say that right out of their mouth, like upon initial conversation.
Hey, that's what's up. That's okay, but Mel, but like, be okay. I'm about to ask you this and be 100% honest. Do you use, like right now, as I'm asking you to this day, do you go into situations, or do you, try to get certain opportunities and leverage your look, because, like you said, I forget what percentage you just said. You said, I don't know, 75-80% is how you look. Do you leverage, do you, like, intentionally leverage your beauty, to get certain opportunities, or, even to get, just certain conversations with, rub shoulders with certain people? Like, be 100% honest.
Um, I'll say a lot of that is not really in my control. Just like any privilege, people don't flex their privilege. Their privilege is not because of them necessarily, but it's because of how the world views them. So I've been able to rub elbows with people because of what I look like, but it's not necessarily because I flexed it. I'm literally in the room and I am pretty. Not only am I pretty, I'm personable, I'm fun. Like people are just attracted to me and my energy. People come up to me. And it could be just because I'm pretty, but there are a lot of other reasons why. Like I'm the life of the party in LA. Like I'm that girl. You go to my social media, I'm on Instagram, y'all see the type of person I am. People are just attracted to me initially because of what I look like, but also because of my energy. I'm a very high energy, very fun, loving person, and that's why everyone is always talking to me. But definitely pretty privilege is the first thing. I'll say this. The only place where I actually flex my pretty privilege is that I will never ever stand on a fucking line to go anywhere ever in my life.
Let me
And because I really hate that one, I feel like that's a very New York quality. If you notice, New Yorkers will find any way to skip the line. But in LA, in
That's a
terms of like
fact.
the nightlife, I use my pretty privilege to take my ass right to the front of the line, and they let me right the fuck in because I'm pretty and I ain't fucking standing on no fucking line. And yes, I will use my pretty privilege that way. And I think that's the only way I really like I'm able to flex it. In terms of getting opportunity, don't really work like that. It's really that you have an agent, you audition, because of your looks, you might get further than somebody else, but it's not in my control. It's just because I just look this way, so I might get further than somebody else, but I'm not flexing that. I'm on the Actors Access and on all these pages. I audition like everybody else. Like, I don't flex that to get the jobs. Like I will audition and then they might look at me. And then if I got the chops, if I could dance my ass off, if I'm able to sell a product for commercials, for instance, then I get the job just like anybody else. But the pretty privilege does get me further, but that's not in my control. That's the world.